Chasm takes the classic Metroidvania formula and tries to shake things up by procedurally assembling the map so that everyone's exploration is slightly different. In Chasm, you'll be wandering around these stitched together areas in order to do things like free captives, solving cryptic puzzles, getting lost, fighting bosses, and getting lost. Even though it's a mainstay of the genre, be prepared to backtrack your backtracking because one tiny missed sliver of the map will 100% halt your progress, and with the procedural generation of the map, this could be more or less annoying for you. Chasm will feel very familiar immediately to anyone who's played any of the 3 Game Boy Advance Castlevania games or Symphony of the Night. The controls have that slight weight to them, that semi-useless backwards dodge and jumping attacks ruling most combat encounters. Chasm plays it quite safe with its overall systems and abilities, and don't expect quite as much depth in the mechanics as those previous mentioned titles, but this purist approach to the Metroidvania formula works well enough in Chasm when the game is firing on all cylinders. That does, however, mean the game has a brutally slow start and doesn't really start being all that entertaining until a few hours in, and the lack of healing at the start, easily missable, incredibly important statistical upgrades to your equipment, and limited combat abilities made the first couple of hours the hardest part of the entire game for me. Once you're geared up, however, and have some interesting abilities under your belt, the experience gets much more rewarding. The procedural generation of the map overall did not change as much as the experience as I would have liked, and it really just came down to running through a lot of these interlinking hallways that would then lead you to the actual progression important rooms. This really gave me zero interest on a second run through of the game on a different map because I know that it's really gonna just change up how these important rooms are linked together and not really change the overall travels. This makes you question the entirety of the design philosophy of the procedural generation overall in the first place, and I would have gladly taken a static map that had a more lovingly crafted feel. Chasm offers a mid-tier Metroidvania experience that plays it pretty safe, but its vastly better second half does make it all worth the effort. If you've already consumed the dozen or so masterpieces of this genre already and want something to get that Metroidvania fix, the 10 to 13 hour long adventure that is Chasm will satiate your Metroidvania craving, but will not challenge what you come to expect from the genre. This has been Deadite from Boomstick Gaming, and thanks for watching.